Here's a question for you. How much are these people making doing these homesteading videos on YouTube? Are they getting rich off this? Let's see it. YouTube revenue. So today what I'm going to share with you is how much your favorite homesteaders are making uploading their videos onto YouTube. Okay, so probably a lot of you are thinking all these ads these homesteaders have all over their channels, I mean, they got to be making a pile of money, or you know, they got to be making some money, and you're wondering how much money they're making. Well, I'm going to share that in this video. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to share exactly how much that we've made, MBF Off-Grid, Mapleberry Farm, this year on YouTube. I'm going to share right from January right through to the year. And then I'm going to compare us to some other channels such as Pure Living for Life, Wrangler Star, Red Poppy Ranch, Keeping It Dutch, Weed 'em and Reap, Off-Grid with Doug and Stacy, and I'm going to compare the two, and then you'll get a pretty darn good idea what we're all making. You'll know exactly how much I'm making. Okay, so I don't know like to the exact cent, dollar, penny how much these guys are making, right? But it's not that hard to figure it out, and I'll let you know later on in the video how I figure this out as we go through the video. Alright, so the way I used to think that this worked, and you may think this too, is that the amount of people somebody has. So say somebody has 100,000 subscribers, right? That's like kind of the benchmark that people go by. YouTube sends you the little play button and all that stuff. Kinda, it goes by that, and that's how I used to think. But how it really goes, or views too, another thing. So like views and subscribers. That's what I was like, the video got 4 million views. I mean, this video's got to be top notch. I mean, they got to be making a bunch of money off it, right? That's not necessarily the case. It could be the case, but it's not necessarily the case. So let's say I put a clickbait video up of Ashley in a bikini, and it shows her outside working, and then when you click on the video, there's absolutely nothing to do with Ashley in it, and I'm like friggin' petting the cat on the couch, right, for 10 minutes, right? There may be a million people that tune in to watch that because that's what a lot of people click on, that kind of thing, right? But if they show up and she's nowhere to be found in the video, then they're just going to tune out. So there's no watch time. There's no time to watch anything, because so what I'm getting at is watch time is like, are people watching that 10 minutes or 5 minutes of it or whatever? They're tuning out 2-3 seconds or skimming through the whole thing right to get to the very end of that video. You're not going to make anything of it. Also, on the subscribers, you could have 100,000 subscribers, and say you're making, I don't know, review videos, you're drinking beers and you're making beer reviews, and everybody's, you know, originally was into it, and then you quit drinking beer, so you were making a bunch of money in 2012 off your beer reviews. Everybody watched it, a bunch of beer people liked it, and then you quit drinking beer and your channel changed into now like you're knitting, right? Now all of a sudden you used to get 15,000 views for every beer review you did. Now you're knitting, and nobody cares, but you have a bunch of the old subscribers that are still there that are just never unsubscribed, but they're not actually watching. So now you got a guy, maybe he lost some of them, he's down to 85,000 now, but he still has a boat ton of subscribers, but he's getting like 100 views on his videos. So it's completely irrelevant because nobody's actually watching them anymore, right? So that's how that may work. They may be kind of extremes that I went through there, but that's still a common thing. There's lots of people who can have more. Like, we're not a big channel, obviously, at all. We have 17,000, right? It'd be nice to have more, of course. But our 17,000, we get a decent amount that watch every video, so that's good. But I know other channels that have significantly more than that and get the same amount of view time and watch time as us, so they're actually making the same amount. Now, having said that, there's channels that are much bigger who get, well, everybody watches theirs too, so they're watching everything, right? And then there's smaller ones where people, like, if they get 5,000 people, 4,000 people watch everything, you know. So it all matters in that, how much is your video getting viewed and how long are they staying, right? So all that counts. Another thing too is if a video is over 10 minutes long and the channel is a monetized channel, well, that's what we're talking about here, then you can put more ads in the video. You're able to put some ads in the middle of the videos, like you can put them at the end of the videos, things like that. So all that would add up more too. So the longer the video, the more ads can be put in it. Somebody could go in and manually put a ton of ads, right? I mean, they better have some killer content if that's the case. They've just added, like, every minute there's another ad. And some people do that, and it may or may not help them, right? We just recommended ad placements, right? So they are where they are just from where YouTube recommends it. I just click recommended, here, that's it, right? I don't do it. All right, another thing would be what type of videos. So me in particular, if I'm putting up a video where we're building the house and it's just time-lapse of building the house, and then we're talking a little bit about the, you know, the thing we're doing, that kind of stuff, then we can get way more ads putting that. There's going to be more companies because they bid on where they want to put the ads, things like that. So you're going to have Home Depot, Dodge Ram, all these, you know, different things showing up in your videos because I'm doing things on building, right? So you can put tools, all these different things. Now, so having said that, on the other hand, if I'm out there shooting the iPhone in particular, that was a video I had, or if I'm just doing shooting videos, that's why I basically don't do too many of those ones, but I do sometimes because they're fun and I enjoy them. But those, you can't get as many ads because, you know, there's a lot of people that are completely petrified of guns for, you know, whatever reason. But so you got, you know, there's certain companies that don't want to put their ads in things where there's guns, right? So you're not going to get monetized. You're going to get monetized anything like generically. If I'm cooking stuff, food, you're good, building stuff, all those things, you can get way more ads than if you're guns or if I'm cursing and swearing or, you know, things like that. So all that comes into play. So another thing that's going to matter too is the age of the people. If it's a bunch of children, I mean, if you were you know, you were targeted towards children, I mean, they can't buy it, right? So there's going to be a credit card company's not going to put on there, you know, get this credit card on a kid's ad, right? That's not saying people who do kid videos aren't making a bunch of money because they're putting it on there, hey, buy Baby Alive, so then the kid's telling their parents, I want Baby Alive, right? So that comes in, or if, like, another thing would be the people, like, where they're at. Like, are these people in a third world country somewhere and they just don't have money? They're not going to start throwing ads if all of your viewers are coming from, I mean, I can't think of an actual place that's like Cambodia. Maybe Cambodia, they have money, but let's just say it don't. If all your people are from Cambodia, they're not going to monetize that. Like, they're, you know, maybe a canoe company so you can leave there or something, I don't know, right? But so that would come into play, right? So having said that, ours, I think we're 67% from the USA, and I can't remember Canada, another 20% or something. North America is probably 80% of our viewership. So because of that, there's a lot of money in Canada and the USA, so they're going to run a ton of ads on the videos that we do have with the amount of people we do have, right? Okay, another thing there is YouTube Premium. I think this is kind of a newer thing they've been doing, but YouTube Premium, what that is, somebody could get YouTube Premium and then they can watch all the videos and not to watch any ads at all, but they pay for that, right? So then what it is, we'll get a percentage of, say, YouTube Premium viewers that are watching our videos. It'll show a cut of, I'm making this much off YouTube Premium, this much off ads, and so on. Okay, so what is, like, say one of my really good videos, what would I make? So on a really good video, like maybe I'll just say a cabin build one, that one there is gonna, that's probably our top monetized one, and let's just say they're 10 minutes on average. It's the easiest way to do it. That video, for every 1,000 views, really good video, gonna make about $6 every 1,000 views, and I'm talking in Canadian dollars. So like for US, take about 30% off that. Now there's sometimes where I make a video and I'm like, man, this is the one. This one's gonna do really well, right? And just, it doesn't, right? There's like a couple thousand views and that's it, right? It just stops, right? I'm like, man, I thought this was gonna be like the one. I can't remember one I recently did. I'm trying to think off the top of my head that I thought maybe like, man, this one's gonna be deadly, but it wasn't. But then there's a video, which is my second most popular one. I mean, we don't have tons and tons of views. We got, you know, close to 3 million total views. But we've only been at it for a couple of years, right? But anyways, what I was going to say, our most popular one is like 270,000 as of today, 270,000. So our most popular video is like 270,000, and anyways, but the second most popular one's like 204,000, something like that. I don't know, as of today, somewhere around that neighborhood. But that video is literally me showing cabin plans, but I'm just holding up the paper of the plans. There's the paper, there's the plan, there's this piece of paper, it's a terrible video, but a bunch of people watch it, right? And I just linked to the plans so they could buy them if they wanted them, and that was it. But it's not a great video, right? I did that one in my mom's basement. In my mom's basement. That sounds funny, eh? We were over at my mom's house. I don't know, for dinner or something. And I brought the plans with me, or picked them up in the mail on the way out or something. I was like, I'm gonna show these plans. So I did. And that was it. I think I'm tired. It's brutal, but it did well. And then I'll have another one where I'm like, oh, this is gonna take off, and then just flat, right? So there's so many different things that come into it, and half the time it's just pure luck whether a video goes like viral or whatever, right? So another thing that also comes into play on that is the first hour. So if I put a video out and the first hour that video does a bunch of views, right? The YouTube algorithms and things like that, they're gonna push that video out more, right? So it's gonna just start going out farther and farther, and recommended and all those things, right? But having said that, I put up a video just recently. We put up a cabin tour, I think a year ago, almost a year ago to the day, like this week anyways. And you know, that did well, I think, over the course of the whole year. I don't know what it had right away, I don't remember, but I know it wasn't that much. But I think maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago it was around 150,000, and now it's just the last week or two has just gone up another, doubled almost, right? It's almost 300,000 now. It's a lot higher, right? So just out of nowhere, it just started going, and then obviously it started getting watched. So YouTube must have been pushing it out again, right? And it's just this older tour of the cabin before we even began the addition, right? All right, so let's get into exactly how much we are making. I'm going to go with year 2019. That's been our best year. I actually uploaded videos onto YouTube. I remember from, I don't know, 2011. I put up a few videos. I wish now that I had kept that channel and like carried on with that, right? But I was sharing some videos from I remember my shack room when I got posted to Shiloh, Manitoba. I just was saying some random, it was just terrible videos, but if I had done 9 years worth of it, I mean, it probably would have been pretty good, but whatever, I didn't. So anyways, I'm going to show you exactly right now from January till, well, we're only partway through December, so I'll give you how much they're guessing I'm going to get in December. I'm going to go through the whole thing and just going to read it out. Okay, you're not going to believe this is my third time trying to make this, halfway through this video, and the battery died the first time, so I came back, did the whole second half of the video. I never had the mic on, so this is the kind of crap you have to deal with sometimes. Anyways, now I'm going to go through exactly how much I made in 2019. I don't know if it's going to be as thorough as it just was, but you don't know, so I'm at least going to say exactly what it was, so it is what it is. It'll still be exact. Okay, so here we go. This is what I made starting in January of this year. $628. So how I'm going to do this, I'm going to just say I work 5 hours a day on YouTube. That doesn't include, like, say I'm building the house. That doesn't count working on the house and filming the whole project and then everything else, but it's coming in later, having to work on it, doing in the comments, blah, 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 all those things, right? So I'll say 5 hours a day. That, we'll say 25 hours a week, 100 hours a month. We'll say 100 hours a month, 5 hours a day, 25 hours a week. That way I'll be able to do this math really easily on this. But anyways, you could easily probably make it a full-time job at 40 hours a week or whatever. Anyways, I'm just going to do that to make this math simple. So, January, $628.45 with the math that I'm doing, you just divide the 100 into 628, that'd be $6.28 an hour for one person. But we have two, sometimes a mini person. Not getting rich, that's for sure. February, $534. Down a bit. Going on to March, down quite a bit to $270. Okay. April, back up to $676. Had a better month. May had our best month yet, and that's probably because we came back to Mapleberry Farm and started on the spring projects of cleaning up and all that stuff. $1,000 and $1,094. Our first 1,000. That's pretty good. I mean, it's not crazy money by any means, that's for sure. So it's $1,000. So next month, $1,250. So a little bit more. July, we're back down to $856. August, $788. September, our best month of the year, our best month ever, $1,429. Woo! October, $836. November, down again to $697. And at 11 days into December, it looks like we may have our best month yet coming up. I don't know. That's because a video recently took off, one of our older videos that I was saying earlier, and it's I think that's why that's up like that. So we're at $1,031 11 days in, so we could have a good one this month. So that over the whole year is $10,000. That is actually half of what it takes to be below in Canada for poverty. I think under 20 grand is poverty, and we're twice as low as that. So we certainly ain't getting rich on YouTube. So that's ours. Okay, now let's compare us to some of your favorite people, some of your favorite homesteaders, homesteading channels, YouTubers right now. So let's look at Red Poppy Ranch, who has 205,000 subscribers. So Red Poppy Ranch, he's got 1.4 million views in the last 30 days. We had 207,000. So he's 7 times bigger than us as far as that goes. As far as subscribers goes, it's probably actually a lot more than that, because 10 times as much would be 170,000. He's more than 10 times as much. So he's got 1.4 million, we got 200,000 in the last 30 days. He's gone up 5,000 subscribers, we've gone up 1.2. But what we're talking about here is the monthly earnings. He's coming in at about $7,000 a month. Now these are estimates that are, I'm taking what my estimate is off of this here, and then I'm applying it to these channels I'm going to share with you, because they are very, very similar channels, so it's probably pretty darn close, right? With the content length, I'm just roughly 10 minutes of video. A lot of these people should make much longer videos than that. And the estimated yearly earnings. We're going to do it off that because my estimates are very close, so I'm going to give you theirs, with basing it off mine. Monthly earnings, about $7,000 a month. Yearly earnings, $86,000 a year. That's not a bad salary. So Red Poppy Ranch doing pretty good. I remember when Red Poppy Ranch had 16,000 subscribers. He built a house and started a new life from from something else too. So a similar kind of story, right? Moving on. Keeping it Dutch. 209,000, just a tiny bit bigger than Red Poppy Ranch, but view-wise, right, is 3 million, over 3 million the last 30 days. I mean, that's awesome. So monthly earnings, he's doubling up on Red Poppy with 15,000, and he's gained 18,000 the last 30 days. And in a run of a year, $185,000. Woo, doing good. So good on him. So that's awesome. So he is doing well. No, not rich, but doing well. Off grid with Doug and Stacy. So here's where you come in, where the subscribers are bigger, but they're not getting the views, right? So their subscribers are 314,000. They're 100,000 than both those guys, and almost 300,000 more than us. Like, but we got 200,000 views the last 30 days. That's not that much, right? They only have 650,000, so they're only 3 times what we got, but they have, I don't know, way more subscribers. I mean, almost 300,000 more. So when you're looking at that, you see like we have 17,000. We're only 3 times smaller in the views, but we're way less in the subscribers. So they're making more money, but for how big they are, they're having a down year, I guess, a down time right now. But that doesn't mean they haven't had good years, good times. They're good. They've done well. They're a good channel. Monthly earnings $3,000 a month, and just under $40,000 a year. So, you know, I mean, that's nothing for me to scoff at. I would love that, right? But it's just showing compared to the other channels, which are a little smaller, actually doing better. Dutch doing way better. Moving on, Weed 'em and Reap. So Weed 'em and Reap, I remember when they did a video about, she was doing like a joke CrossFit homesteader video, something like that, a couple of years ago or something, and not having a whole pile of subscribers. I don't remember how many, but I know it wasn't what they have now. They now have 406,000 subscribers as of today. They got 3.4 million views the last 30 days. That's phenomenal. And the monthly earnings are 17,000, and the yearly earnings are over 200,000. So they're doing awesome, that family, and that's super, right? So good on them. Another one, everybody knows who this is. Pure Living for Life. They've made their rounds in the homesteading community with a few controversial topics here and there. But they lived in a trailer. They built a house similar to us, no military deal. They definitely had more help on it and resources, stuff like that, but they still live in a trailer, so it has similar kind of stuff, right? Before I'm getting off on a rabbit trail here. But what they got for the last 30 days, 4 million views, so that's awesome, right? Monthly earnings, 20,000. Surprisingly enough, we've gained 1.2 thousand in the last 30 days, and they've only gained 1,000. It's kind of a random stat I can't believe right now. But anyways, they're 445,000 subscribers. They're significantly more than us, and making way more money. 248,000 a year, so whew, that's doing pretty darn good. And now the homesteading community, like, so none of these people are rich, but I mean, we're getting into some good salaries, right? But the thing is, like with Off Grid with Doug and Stacy, for example, right now they have 300-some thousand subscribers, but they're not making, they don't seem to be trending upwards in as far as the money they're making, right? It seems to be possibly going the other way. So what it is, this isn't necessarily sustained over a long period of time. It very well could be, and it could continue. And Doug and Stacy's easily could rebound and just start going through the roof again too, right? Who knows? But what I'm saying is, like, just because they necessarily make that now doesn't mean they're going to next year and stuff like that. Hopefully everybody continues to go up, right? But anyways, moving on. My point, there's no big wigs really in the homesteading ones. There's big wigs for homesteading, but there is one that is over 1 million. At least one that I know. There may be others. And you know who he is? Wrangler Star. So, Wrangler Star, he's got 1.34 million subscribers. That's awesome. In the last 30 days, he has got 8.27 million views. And that's actually down 26% from his previous 30 days. And he's gained 20,000 subscribers. And that's actually down 50% from the last 30 days. He's at $40,000 a month earnings. $40,000 a month. Like, wow. And $500,000, $500,000 for the year. So he's killing it, right? His most recent video is like a steel chainsaw thing, cutting a boot or something. I don't know, I can see it just on here. But he is really, I remember he started maybe doing a lot of reviews and stuff, and I think he really went through the roof in that time. So good on him, right? Everybody's trying to make a buck. I don't know everybody's story, why they're doing this, all those things. But there you have it anyway. There's what they're all making. Alright, so I understand this video is way different than a lot of our videos, but wanted to be transparent, share what we were making on YouTube, and then share the info about what others are making, see if there's any people making a killing out there with it, and just, yeah, it's kind of a fun video to check out, see what people are earning. If you want to see all this information, this isn't no secret. I'll put a link down below. You can go check out what people are getting daily, monthly, weekly, yearly earnings, subscribers, projections, all those things. Socialblade.com. I'll put a link down below so you can check that out if you're interested in checking it out. You can look up Starry Holder in the search if you want to check out those other channels like that too. See what everybody's making and all that. So it's no secret information. You can check all that stuff out. Yeah, so I got some more videos coming up. Like those, watch those videos because it helps us grow and get our name out there more. We never ever thought we would ever be at 17,000. That's not much, I understand that, but looking back a year or two ago, I was like, I remember when we got 100, we gave a mug away, just so excited to get 100. So to have 17,000 now, to keep the perspective, it's super awesome. Having said that, I would love to keep on growing, keep going forward. 20,000 is the next mark. Help us get there by the new year. Watch this video, this video, this video, this video. Subscribe down there, hit the bell, do all those wonderful things, share the videos, and it helps out. So this channel it's homesteading, I understand, but really what this channel is a transition from, I got medically released, it's a transition of that life. So it's being forced out of the army because of a medical release from the military, and then having to start a new life in a whole new path when I did not want to leave that career at all. I wanted to continue to go on. I had a lot of visions and goals for that. So to do this, like, it was just like all my land. So then, like, we build a house, we do this, we do that. This stuff is part of it, but it is nothing compared to the transition. The transition is the thing. That is the hard part. That is what the thing we're dealing with. It is not the build, the roof, the heat, keeping the water. All those things are very secondary, right? So I'm getting off on a tangent now, but I'm just saying that's what we do. That's what we're doing. So we're trying to grow, trying to start this new thing, and right now this is the thing that's working somewhat. So anyways, thanks for watching this video. Thanks for listening to me explain this stuff to you. I hope you liked it. Have a good day. We'll see you in the next one.